Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Criminal. Imagine a parent's worst nightmare, their child gone, taken too soon. Now imagine the perpetrator walking free. The justice system fails. Anger boils over. What happens next? Sometimes parents take matters into their own hands. These are their stories, stories of revenge, stories of justice served cold. We start in Mexico City. Eduardo Gallo, a grieving father, faces a system that won't deliver justice. His daughter murdered. The killer elusive. Gallo takes it upon himself to find the truth. He had paid $18,500 and some jewelry after she was kidnapped, but they still killed her. He becomes a detective, driven by grief and rage. His quest to avenge his daughter's death. This isn't just Gallo's story. It's a story that repeats, a tragedy echoed around the world. Parents pushed to the brink. They face a choice. Accept the system's failings or take justice into their own hands. We'll explore 3 cases, each one a stark reminder of the fierce love of a parent. The stories are brutal, they are raw, but they are also compelling. They force us to ask, how far would we go for our children? Eduardo Gallo wasn't a detective. He was a textile worker, an ordinary man living an ordinary life. Then his world shattered. His daughter Paola brutally murdered. The police investigation stalled. Leads ran cold. Frustration gnawed at Gallo.
I couldn't let her killer walk free.
He taught himself investigative techniques. He pored over case files, learning the language of crime. He became a shadow, haunting the streets where Paola was murdered. His grief a constant companion. Gallo's dedication paid off. He uncovered crucial evidence the police had overlooked. He presented his findings, pushing the authorities to act. His relentless pursuit of justice forced them to reopen the case. The case dragged on for years, but Gallo never gave up. He became a symbol of a father's unwavering love, a beacon of hope for others seeking justice. His actions proved that even ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things when driven by love and loss. Texas, 2012, a backyard barbecue, the air thick with the smell of grilling meat and laughter. Families mingle, enjoying the warm afternoon, but for one father, the day took a horrifying turn. He caught a guest, Jesus Mora Flores, molesting his young daughter. Fury, raw and immediate, washed over him. He didn't hesitate, he didn't think, he reacted.
I tackled Flores, raining down blows on the man who dared to hurt my child.
The fight was brutal, fueled by a father's protective instincts. Flores, outmatched and outgunned, fell unconscious. The other guests, shocked, could only watch as the father defended his daughter. The police arrived to a chaotic scene, a bloodied and unconscious Flores, a father, his rage slowly subsiding, standing protectively over his daughter. The case sparked debate. Some condemned the father's violence, others applauded his actions. They called him a hero. The legal system grappled with the case, caught between the law and the visceral reaction of a father protecting his child. Section 4, the San Francisco shooting.
Barry Laprell, Gilton and I loved our daughter. We trusted her boyfriend, Calvin Sneed. We welcomed him into our home. We had no idea he was living a lie. Our daughter, young and vulnerable, fell prey to Sneed's manipulation. He forced her into prostitution. She was trapped, too scared to escape. When we discovered the truth, our blood ran cold.
They went to the authorities, desperate for help. They wanted Sneed arrested. They wanted their daughter safe. But the system failed them. Frustrated and desperate, they took matters into their own hands.
On June 4th, 2012, we confronted Sneed. Gunshots rang out on a San Francisco street. Sneed lay dead. Our faces etched with grief and resolve, we were arrested at the scene. We didn't deny our actions. We claimed we had no choice.
The trial was a media frenzy. The prosecution painted Gilton and Mercado as vengeful killers. The defense argued they were desperate parents failed by the system. The jury found them guilty of manslaughter. They were sent to jail. Section 5, A Mother and Father's Love. These stories are difficult to digest. The raw emotion, the violence, the desperation. They leave us with a pit in our stomachs. But they also force us to confront a difficult truth. The love of a parent is a powerful force. Eduardo Gallo, the grieving father turned detective. The unnamed Texas father who unleashed his fury on an abuser. Barry Gilton and Lupe Mercado, driven to a desperate act to protect their daughter. These stories, though different in their details, share a common thread. They demonstrate the lengths to which parents will go to protect their children. They also highlight the shortcomings of the justice system. When the system fails to protect the vulnerable, it pushes people to the edge, it forces them to make impossible choices. Thank you for watching. Consider a subscribe to the channel.